The YUNZII RT68. It's only $79.99 with discount code MIGSS. But is it worth it? Let's find out. Now that seems to be everything inside the box. Very nice packaging, very secured. All of the accessories that you will need will come with the box, and it actually even came with pretty good looking keycaps that I want to put on this keyboard right now. Now these are double shot PBT keycaps, by the way, if you're curious, as you can see. But yeah, let's go ahead and exchange some of these keycaps with these new keycaps over here. Very high quality keycaps, by the way. Now, I think that looks much better than before. Now, I have the beige variation over here, and I think it looks very nice, would really fit my setup. Now, you can also get this in the black variation if you'd like, and you'll probably also get some of these keycaps that you can replace. Both variations look very nice. I have no problems with it. This keyboard is hot swappable, yes, but I don't think all switches will fit here. Now, these switches are the Otsemu switch, and here are some specs. They are magnetic switches, as you can see, and here is a little sound test again. I don't really have any problems with how that sounds like, and for the wobble, it's not that wobbly, very minimal, which is very nice, especially for magnetic switches. But yeah, let's go ahead and listen to the whole keyboard, and you put on all the keycaps and the switches. Now, I have no problems with how the keyboard sounds like. I think it sounds pretty okay. If I describe it, it does sound a little bit like plasticky. I mean, the keyboard is pretty much made out of plastic, but yeah, it doesn't really sound that bad. And yeah, you could see that they have a lot of layers inside. They made some efforts, very nice. Now, they did mention that this has a gasket mount, and it actually does have like minimal bounce, which is pretty good considering it's a magnetic keyboard. It's understandable that they won't have that crazy bounce considering these are magnetic switches. That bounce and that bending with the crazy gasket mount bounce might make some problems with the magnetic detection, because you know we're gonna be talking about 0.1mm difference actuation point here. But okay, enough with the sounds and the quality of the keyboard. Let's actually go ahead and talk about the performance and the features. Now, it does have an adjustable actuation range of 0.1 all the way to 4mm, so very nice. It also does have rapid trigger. It does have a polling rate of 1000 Hz. It does have a web-based software apparently, and it is wired. You cannot use it wirelessly. It also has hot swappability and south-facing RGB. It does support Windows, Mac. It also has NKRO and much more other features that we're gonna go ahead and check out in the software. So actually, you know what? Without further ado, let's go ahead and plug this in. But okay, I have the keyboard over here. Let's actually go ahead and plug it in. There we go. And there is the RGB. Looks pretty nice. Now, before we move on to the software, let's actually go ahead and focus on my desktop over here. As you can see, it's very clean. There's no activate windows over here. And if you do, well, good news, today's video sponsor will help you get that Windows activated for a cheap price. And also, not just that, they also have a lot of different software keys that you can check out. It will be first link in the description, or just go ahead and search Keysfan over here. Say Windows 11, get this one. And I'm sure if you use GSS50, you can get 50% off this key over here. Yeah, look at that. I also have some discount codes that can get you up to 62% off. Like, look at this discount. So why should you choose Keysfan? They have a 24/7 online customer service. And most importantly, if the key is invalid, you can get a free refund. If you want to see some reviews, you can also go ahead and check them out on Trustpilot and see what others' experience are over here. Once again, thank you so much, Keysfan, for sponsoring this video. I'll go ahead and put their links in the description. But okay, I have the web-based software over here. Let's actually go ahead and... I don't think it's getting detected, so I'm gonna just go ahead and unplug it again. Install the required files for the driver and then refresh this page. Okay, let's download the Windows then. So I don't know why I have to do this, but okay, finish. IoT driver, allow. Okay, after that, we go ahead and refresh this page now, apparently. Not gonna lie, a little buggy, and would really help a lot if I don't have to download anything. You know, that's the point of a web-based software. Future Mix here. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to the part where I've already updated the software and gotten the new firmware version, because the first firmware version or the software I opened was very buggy. There's some problems. I had trouble with the actuation point distance and stuff like that. Yeah, everything's working fine now. Just be sure to update the firmware to the latest version. Okay guys, I think I've finally found out why that's happening. So I had to update the firmware and the IoT version over here. I already did, but I don't know what happened. It's kind of buggy, this software. Not gonna lie, not having a good experience with the software so far. And I've also found a way to change the key function. So now I have the page up set to the delete key. I don't know if it's just me, but this just made it so much more confusing. Like the Control, Alt, Shift, Windows plus, Enter. Like, what is this? Like combination keys? Like, why'd you even put it under combination? Why is it under combination tab? So I just totally ignored it because I don't need no combinations. But apparently, you gotta set it over here. Click the keyboard, little keyboard over here, delete, and it's finally over here, and confirm that. And that's how you do it. But yeah, I already see a lot of you being confused. That is how you reprogram the keys. And then yeah, finally the stroke settings work. The Windows now is really actuating at 3.7 millimeters over here, like I set it at 2. Before it wasn't. Before you can just press it like very lightly, like 0.1, and it'll actuate. But yeah, now finally it works. But okay, now going back to my recommended settings again. Select WASD and spacebar over here. Put this to the lowest, 0.1 millimeters. Turn on quick trigger or rapid trigger, I'm pretty sure. Set that to 0.2 millimeters, which is the lowest over here, and confirm that. Select the rest of the buttons over here except for WASD and spacebar. And then let's go ahead and make that full quick trigger as well. But this time I'm gonna make it 0.5 millimeter press only. But yeah, rapid trigger both still on 0.2 millimeters. Confirm that. Now, if you play Valorant, I recommend selecting number 4 and 5 and disabling full quick trigger, and then making it 0.1 millimeters as well, because this is, for me personally, this is my keybind for my diffuse and plant keys, and you definitely don't want to accidentally let go of the keys whenever you're planting or diffusing. So yeah, and you want to make that on 0.1 millimeters as well, because who knows, you might have a few milliseconds left to diffuse. You want to make sure you diffuse as soon as possible. Now for the shift key over here, I'm also going to be selecting it and removing the full quick trigger, and then make that 0.1 millimeters as well. There's a lot of games where you don't want to accidentally let go of shift, like Valorant. Again, if you're walking, you know what I'm saying. Then for the Windows, yeah, I have it on the lowest, which is 3.7 millimeters with the dead zone over here. Now for my WASD and spacebar, I actually want to try setting the dead zone a little bit higher, like let's say 3.8. Not really a big difference. But yeah, we definitely want to have the fastest actuation or the activating time on these buttons, because these are my movements. These are the buttons that I mostly use when gaming. Now that feels very responsive, the 0.1 millimeters on WASD, even though I just press it a little bit, it actuates. Very nice, as well as the spacebar, of course. But yeah, that'll be it for my stroke settings over here. Now, they also have added snap tap to this keyboard. As you can see, they call it the snap key. So I'm gonna make it A over here. Key number 2 is D. Yeah, you can set multiple ones. But yeah, of course, you also have toggle key, mod tap, and DKS. Very nice options. Amazing. And then for the other settings over here, detect OS automatically. So Windows or Mac OS. I'll just keep that on. And yeah, over here you can set different FN settings, macros, light, share. So this will be for your RGB settings, I guess. And then my account, you can log in, register over here, and then about. Not gonna lie, not the best software I've tried, but at least it is working now after the firmware update I did. So yeah, be sure you update the firmware. A little buggy at the start, but again, finally able to make it work. And it does have pretty much all the features that you will need. The software can also be a little confusing, but yeah, you got this video, thankfully, so you don't have to get confused like I did at the start. But yeah, pretty okay software. I really appreciate the web-based over here that I kind of have to download something again with the firmware IoT version update over here, which is kind of defeats the purpose of a web-based software, but it's okay. At least you only have to do it like 1 or 2 times. But yeah, let's go ahead and test this keyboard more out in-game and see how it feels like. Here's one, here's this one.
Nice, nice.
Spirits free. Stay together. Plan this out.
What the frick? Oh. Now, after playing and testing with the YUNZII RT68, here's my experience so far. Now, can I just compliment how good and simple the keyboard looks? I really love how it looks like. That's definitely one of the things that's going for this keyboard. But okay, starting with the unboxing, it was pretty okay. All of the accessories that you will need will come with the box. It is also pretty secured. No problems with that. Setting up the keyboard, kind of confusing again. Not the best software, but it works and it's also web-based, so I'll give them that. Still a pretty okay software. For me personally, it has all of the features that I will be needing, and that is very nice. I've also been using this keyboard for more than just gaming, also editing. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the gaming though. It is very responsive as well. It felt very nice. 0.1 millimeters felt very instant. Also, the rapid trigger felt very nice. As soon as I lift up the key, it did stop actuating. So yeah, very, very nice keyboard for gaming. But okay, how about other than gaming, like for editing and daily use of your computer? It's also pretty good, especially because it does have the arrow keys over here. I've been really loving it. And also being able to have this 4 extra keys that you can reprogram. Let's say delete key. It doesn't have the delete key at the start, but I had to put that over here because it's very useful for me. But yeah, you can change it all out. There's also some extra keycaps you can put over here to change the legends of the keycaps. But yeah, no problems when it comes to the gaming performance and the day-to-day use. Now, I actually kind of forgot to mention, but it does have this quick profile switch over here. And not gonna lie, I wasn't really able to use it much when using this keyboard. But yeah, you can do that. You can use this. Very handy. Now, would I recommend it? Well, for the price of around $85, you can get it for cheaper with discount code MIGSS. Works for the whole YUNZII store. It is an amazing price for this amazing keyboard. The look, very, very nice. Now, some of you might not like the sound much, and I can see that happening, but for me, I don't think it sounds like that bad, but it definitely doesn't sound like good as well. I think it is still worth it for that price. Very, very nice. I would definitely recommend it. First link in the description, and that will be my affiliate link as well, so be sure to use it if you're planning to buy this. It would really help me a lot. And by the way, this keyboard is sent to me by YUNZII, but as always, that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing are my honest opinions and review about the keyboard. I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. And yeah, don't forget to stay grateful. Remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.